Hello, this is Michael Ensler with Advertising Report Card, and this is what it looks like when you have SEO running and then you turn it off. So what you can see here is that from the very beginning when we started, it was right around 1 click a day to 5 clicks a day range. Before the chart on this section, it actually is lower. But I wanted to start where we started, which was end of December, beginning of January. You can see here that this day is the 17th of January. And what you can see is that about 3 months in, when that initial content kicked in, we 6 times their average daily traffic from 1 to 5 to the 30 range. But one thing that really takes cool perspective is when the clicks start to, it's not the exact same amount as the impressions. An impression is how many times you're viewed, and a click is how many times you're clicked. But typically, impressions is always trending above clicks. But our SEO rankings helped push so much more traffic just for those impressions that have raised the CTR as well. But the thing that's interesting to see about the CTR is that it stays pretty relative. But one thing you can see definitively is right here at this point, right when we stopped doing SEO. I think it was like and it was right around the peak. It was like right here is when we stopped doing the GMB posts, stopped doing the third-party content, stopped doing the guest content, stopped doing the PR and the press releases and distribution of the regional pages that drive traffic for services, stopped everything that we do. What you can see is the fall off of traffic. We didn't delete anything. We never removed any content. Anytime we do SEO for a client, they keep all the work that we've done. That is what they paid for. There is no rent to get your SEO content. Once that's published on your page, it's there forever. The thing that's changed about this is the position. What you can see is that the SEO program, since we started, jumped up in rank. But in addition to that, we started ranking for so many more keywords that those keywords were ranked lower and then started to push up. And then the moment that all of the core keywords that we were ranking for, we were no longer doing SEO for, the position dropped from where we were at on average across it all, which was 20, meaning that some keywords we just started ranking for in the later pages of Google, other keywords we were number one page for. And in some, we were number one position. But the moment you stop nurturing those keywords, you can see the position actually drop, and that is what the click and impression rate drop is from. It's because our position from our whole keyword group, and this is for private jet charters, it shifted downward because we were no longer doing the work. So the moment we stop doing the work, other competitors that are doing the work, other competitors that are ranking, they're going to start taking your position. And that is directly going to correlate with your traffic drop. So we're already back down to the 30 ranges when at our peak, we were looking at almost doubling that. So you can see here at our peak, we're at 81. So we started at 1 to 5 clicks a day, up to 80 clicks, 80 unique clicks per day. So I just wanted to show this as an example. People always ask, hey, we want to do PPC and SEO, and then eventually when we start ranking for number one on SEO, can we pause PPC? Well, yeah, of course you can. You're going to get traffic, but you're going to get less conversions because you're not handling the PPC traffic that you're trying to get, the Google Ads traffic. If you pause that, you're relying on SEO. Same way if you're doing Google Ads and it's generating you leads, if you pause SEO, you're going to lose all that traffic, or in this instance, half within 30 days, which is a pretty big number. As you can see here, it's not really easy to up your rank in this competitive niche. So I wanted to show this as an example, and then also send it to anyone else who asks me this question. What happens when you start SEO? What happens when you pause it? What are the repercussions? What can be the expectations? And as you can see here, they didn't just drop back down to 1 click a day. They still are getting traffic. The work that we did still maintains. But when you're in a competitive niche, by the way, this is private jet charters in Tettenboro, New Jersey, which is right outside of Manhattan, New York. This is like one of New York City's number one private jet airports. This is highly competitive. Some of the most expensive marketing goes into some of the most expensive products. In this instance, private jets, very competitive, especially for the brokers, because the brokers are trying to outrank the actual private jet airlines now so they can shop deals for customers. But so this is just a quick overview. If you have any questions about what happens when you pause your SEO, just let me know.